Hi, I'm Yash. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to paint reflections. So as you can see, I have sky, first layer of trees, second layer of trees, and now we need to drop in the reflections. For that, I've taken in my number 2 fan brush with some mid-tone green color mixed with black, sap green, lime yellow, and I've added some water since I'm painting in acrylics today. Now just grab in some darker color by mixing in some black, and that's pretty much. Now I'll take in some lime yellow with that very same brush without cleaning it so that everything fits together. And this is the tallest part. Change the direction of the brush, make it very uneven. Don't want to follow any patterns. Okay, something like that. Okay. Now I'll take in some white and touch of cobalt blue into my brush, and let's just drop in that color over here. This is the reflection of the sky. So let's go into that later. Don't want that green to come onto the brush too early. For this, I have not added water. Okay, something like that, just softening it. And come right over there and drop in that thing right over there. Don't take off your brush, keep on doing it. So now let's take in some more of that same color and just bring it down a bit. Look at that, I'm holding that brush in certain position, just like that. Just doing the outline, the horizon. Now I'll take my number 2 combo brush and trace that tree right there, keeping the reference. Let's do like that, and take in another tree. This is comparatively shorter. Look at that, just like that, and another one comes off right over there too. And wiggle the brush and go into the reflection into that part and start off from there. Bring the brush out by wiggling it. I'll continue right over here too. Okay, something like that. Remember, this one's the tallest, so don't bring anything else taller than that. So now I'll take up my rigger brush. Let's come right over here and start dropping in some more detailings. Okay, something like that. And this tree is gonna come right over here. Look at that, it's that easy. Skip some spots, you can leave some spots intact. That's totally fine. Just sort of dropping it in like that, making it look very uneven and realistic. Barely touching the surface. Look at that. Create that reflections. Now I'll take my number 2 fan brush, load in some sap green into that. Let's come right over here and drop in that color lightly, very lightly. Just blending it. And over here too, we'll have it right over there, just like that. Smaller strokes will help. Now let's take in some lime yellow on my combo brush. Let's come right over there and drop in that one right over here. Something comes off right over here, just marking in the boundary. I've not added water for this, just barely touching the surface will work. Yeah, and for this one to work you have to ensure that paint underneath is completely dry. Skipping some spots, leaving some of those darker regions intact. Blend it, and we'll continue that same process over here too, but here it will be slightly less. Brightness will get slightly less. Okay, something like that. Okay, and just with there too, giving that connection. Just blend it softly. Now I'll just take in that same color and I'll hold the brush vertically and pull it downwards. That one works too. Writing the horizon. But also have the reference of this. And I'll load in some white with that same color. Let's come right over here. Just drop in some of that color. Okay. Makes the painting look realistic. And not everywhere, just here and there. Okay. So now we need to separate this from this in the reflection. For that I've taken in some white. Just a touch of white. Let's come right over there and drop that color in with the combo brush, number 2 combo brush, and just something over here too, and in the separation. Wiggle the brush, that's the key over here to get that ripples in the water. And somewhere in between, right over there also. I just went ahead with some black and covered this part. And let's come right over here too and drop in that one right over here too. But here I'm doing it very sparingly. Turn the brush. Using the number 2 fan brush. Okay, something like that. Now I load in some sap green and lime yellow on that same number 2 fan brush. And look at that. That creates some effects for us. I've not added water for this. Just check the angle of the brush, adjust it, and just drop that color in. Something like that. Loading more paint. Look at that, look at the shape of that brush. This is quite an old brush, so this will be very helpful to paint these stuff though it is old. Okay, and I'll come with that same color right over here too and just drop it in right over there, just like that. Don't want it to be everywhere. Now let's go ahead and brighten them up. Okay, hold the brush in that direction, barely touching the surface. some comma strokes, the very corner of the brush, and something comes off right over here too, just like that. And now let's drop in the water line. Okay, something just like that. So now I'll bring the reflection of the sky into the reflection of the trees, green trees. Something comes off right over here too. Should go real quick because today I'm painting in acrylics. Doing it like that. I've added some water for this. I'm using the round brush. Fair enough. I'm using the very tip of the brush. And let's come over here and follow the angles. Follow the way the painting goes. Turn the brush because the other side might be loaded too. This quickens the process. And I'll wiggle the brush over here and there, and something over there at the center, making them very regular, very uneven.